I'm Sumit Mitra, CEO of Tesco Global Business Services. On top of doing the global business services work, I also sit on the board of our joint venture in India with Tata, which is called the Star Hypermarkets. And also we have a partnership on our wholesale side in India, which is the Booker business. So I have kind of three roles working for Tesco. Yeah, the conference was very, very exciting actually, and it was fantastic to hear from lots of speakers from different parts of the business and different sectors, which was very interesting. And also it was really interesting to look at where they are from a maturity curve perspective. And some of the key themes which was coming out was how do you adopt and adapt to the new technology, which has become a real disruption to our business. So I personally talked about how do you connect to the enterprise organization. People talked about culture, people talked about process improvements that is required. And the Gala Award was absolutely fantastic, and it was great to see the recognition which was given to a lot of the shared services and GBSs who will be doing some fantastic work in this space. Yeah, I mean, I did a keynote earlier yesterday, which was more about how do you connect to the enterprise business. I believe that's absolutely key for success of any GBS, to get the support from the board, support from the CEO, to ensure, and it's mostly to ensure that any glass ceiling that you hit, any roadblocks that you have, you ensure you get the right sponsorship to ensure you can drive through that. My key tips to ensure that you connect to the mothership is understanding the purpose of the organization that you're working for. So for example, at Tesco, we have a very simple purpose which says serving our shoppers a little better every day. And I ensure that that is the common purpose across business services as well. So it doesn't matter whether you do payroll, whether you do finance, whether you do product, commercial management. It's really important we are all have the same DNA. That is, everything that we do, it's all inclined towards serving your shoppers a little better every day. So that's number one, connecting to the purpose. Second, what's important is to build this trust. No matter how much strategy you have, unless you execute them, you can't build the trust within the business. You almost have to create an advocacy to ensure that you create the value. It's no longer about just labor arbitrage in the market. It's about creating value, and what I say, it's more paradoxical thinking rather than or conversation. Do we save cost or deliver customer service? That's kind of very old school thinking. It's more about and conversation is how do you create, how do you drive cost savings within the business by making it lean, reducing the handoffs, etc., driving automation. But that actually helps improve the customer journey, and that in fact helps the customer experience. So these are some of the kind of the tips which I gave out to the business, how you connect to the mothership. Look, I take benchmarking with a pinch of salt, because sometimes you don't know what's in that benchmark. Are you covering your total operating cost, which includes technology? Are you looking at just resourcing cost? Are you looking at everything? So it's very difficult to kind of benchmark. I use that as almost a comparison, a comparator to see how well we are doing or how well we are not doing. And also it just gives me a marker to say what are the transformations that I need to drive, or are we doing okay from an industry standard? Because each business has different purpose. Some business has cost driver as the main purpose. Some business has customer experience, simplification, etc. So it depends on which sector, which business you are. The business, kind of the benchmarking means different things for different organizations. Yeah, I had a roundtable discussion around how do you leapfrog. And I don't like the word leapfrog, because there is no alternative to hard work and there is no shortcuts. I talk about almost building a bullet train. So, if your digital disruption and technology is your bullet train, you need tracks to ensure that the bullet train runs on those tracks. And those two tracks are culture and process. One of the fundamental aspects of driving transformation and going up the maturity curve is how do you ensure you build a culture which has a can-do attitude, a culture that is flexible, mobile, agile, scalable, and also have empathy right at the heart of everything. And once you have that culture, you're ready to ensure that you do the process changes that needs to happen. And process is really key, because unless you get your processes right, simplify, eliminate waste, you can't automate. I've seen disasters happen where you don't standardize your processes. And you will never get to a stage where you'll 100% standardize your processes. As long as you get to 70–80%, you're in a good shape then to digitalize your operations by using best-in-class tools like robotics, machine learning, artificial intelligence, or even simple as changing your finance system or HR systems. So yeah, all in all, there's no alternative to hard work. You need to ensure that you work hard at it. The harder you work, the luckier you're going to get.